simple, easy layout here. Bend it, slide the swivel down, and clamp it closed. These frogs are absolutely ridiculous.
Now that is a fish, people, right there.
Here's the release. Beautiful fish. Hey guys, J-Town Bassman here. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about a spinning reel and how to maintain it. A spinning reel is one of the most basic reels to use. It consists of a crank here to crank your to reel in your line, a bail, which is this little semicircle wire that controls when the line will be released, and then you have your spool and your drag. So there's not like there's no buttons to press on this. All you do is you flip your bail and you cast it out, and then you flip it back over when you get your line out, and then you just reel it in. So this is the first spinning reel I got. It's a bigger spinning reel. They come in different sizes. Here's a small little ultralight one, but this is a bigger one that holds more line, and it has a 20-pound braid on it right now. So before you do anything, I would suggest taping down your line so that it doesn't get in your way. I just used some tape and taped it down. So to maintain and clean your reel, the first thing you want to do is to take your handle off. That's where most of your bearings are. So there's a little screw on the side here. The knob, you're just going to turn it. It shouldn't be too tight. It should just be finger tight. And then you're going to pull out a screw, and then your handle comes out. Within in here is bearings, and that's what make your spool turn. So they get dirty after a while, so get some sort of reel oil or bearing cleaner, and just kind of give a little couple drops there, and take a cotton swab and just kind of clean it out. As you can see, it gets kind of dirty in there. Alright, so you can see I got a lot of dirt out of that, so I'm going to use the other side of it here. Really get it nice and clean. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the other side and get a new cotton swab and do it again. The purpose of doing this is to ensure that your reel will work the way it's supposed to every time when you're fishing, and not get gummed up and make it harder to reel when you're reeling in line and catching a fish. So now that I've cleaned out this bearings part, I'm just going to add a few more drops, but first I'm going to take a paper towel and just kind of wipe the screw clean so that there's no dirt on that, and also the shaft on where your bearings, where it goes into the bearings, sometimes get some grease on it. So it's good to clean that off too, so that everything works properly once again. As you can see, there was dirt on it, so now it's nice and shiny. So before I put it back in, on each side I'm just going to put a few drops of the bearing oil, put it in, and then put the screw back in. Now if you fish regularly like I do, I would recommend every 2 weeks taking apart your reel and cleaning it, especially if you fish almost every day, because after a while of being in the air and getting dirt in there, they will gum up on you and cause it to malfunction. Not too much, but enough to where you'll notice it. So now you can see that when I reel, it really goes. So now there's one other spot you can also use, and that's the drag. Most drags are on the top of the spool, so what you're going to do is unscrew your drag, it's usually a long screw. Okay, so now your drag's out, and here's your spool, and in here there is a bearing. As you can see, there's a little gear. You can see that there is a little bit of dirt on that. So all we're going to do is just put some of the oil on there and just kind of wipe it clean. On the gear too, just to take the grease off and the dirt. And also you could put a little bit of lubrication on this shaft here and right on the gear itself. Then all you do is you screw your drag and you put your spool back on and screw it in. Then you should be ready to go for the next time that you go fishing. So as you can see, now my reel is nice and lubricated and ready to be used, and it reels very nicely. And again, like I said, it's very simple to do this. All you need is some reel oil or reel lubricant and a couple cotton swabs and a paper towel, and you should be okay with just that. If you want to go into more detail, you can just take a wet paper towel or some cleaner on it and just kind of clean up the scrapes and the dirt off your reel. So that's how you clean a spinning reel and maintain it. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. And as always, be safe fishing and have fun.